Welcome to GDs, and this is The Shawshank Redemption. This is the story of Andrew Defame, a vice president of a bank who is on trial for killing his wife and her lover, though he maintains his innocence. But all the circumstantial evidence are against him, and thus he is found guilty and he is sent to the Shawshank prison to serve a double life sentence in 1947. Inside the prison, we meet Red, a go-to for getting any contrabands in the prison within reason. Andy asks Red if he can get him a rock hammer. Red is a bit apprehensive, but Andy lets him know that it's a very small tool and is for his hobbies. Red agrees and is able to smuggle in the same. Meanwhile, another group of inmates were constantly after him. At times, he had an upper hand, but most of the times, they had an upper hand. One day, while working in the prison, Andy overhears head guard Hardley having some issues with his taxes, and he advises him on how to get out of the jam. He also lets him know that he can do all his paperwork, and in exchange, he only wanted beer for his friends. And as they drink the beer, we see Andy smiling for the first time. This also got him in the good books of the guards, and the next time when he was jumped by other inmates was the last time, as the guards took care of them. By this time, 2 years have passed, and Red gets Andy the poster of Rita Hayworth as he requested, and is there for him as a welcome back gift from the infirmary. Warden, getting to know Andy being good with numbers, assigns him to the library, and Andy starts to help out other guards, and slowly and gradually he is filing taxes for every guard, including the warden. Andy wants to improve the library, and to get the budget, the warden allows him to write letters to the government, and it took him 6 years writing letters weekly to get his voice heard. And a budget is approved, and Andy makes the most of it. Meanwhile, the warden has rolled out a program where he uses inmates to carry out construction outside the prison, and with the cheap labor, he's able to reduce the cost and is skimming a lot. And Andy is helping him to wash the cash. And he has also created a fake profile with birth certificates and DL, and he is able to do so just through mails. As time passes, the poster on Andy's wall also changes, as well as new inmates come and go. And Andy is helping out a new inmate, Tommy, to get his degree. As Tommy learns why Andy is imprisoned, he lets him know that an inmate in his previous prison has confessed to this crime and was bragging that how a banker got jammed instead of him. When Andy approaches the warden with this information, instead of helping, he dismisses him and sends him to solitary confinement for 1 month. Warden confirms the story with Tommy, and as he learns that Tommy is ready to say the same in court, he gets him killed, since he doesn't want Andy to leave as he is doing his books. As Andy tries to quit, the warden lets him know he can make his life miserable and extend his solitary to 1 more month. Being broken, Andy resumes his work for the warden. Andy tells Red that if he ever gets out, he will spend his life in Mexico besides the Blue Ocean. He also tells him where he proposed his wife and requests him that if he ever gets out, he should visit that place, as there is something buried for him under a rock. Hearing all this, Red is worried about Andy, and getting to know that one of their friends has also provided Andy with a rope, his fear worsens. And the next morning, there was no one in Andy's cell, and everyone is surprised as he was there in the night check-in, and it's like a Houdini, he vanished. And this is when the warden finally sees a tunnel dug behind the poster. Red smiles, thinking at the joke he made that it will take him 600 years to dig a tunnel with the rock hammer, but Andy made it possible in 20. He also remembers the walk Andy used to take in the courtyard, and as he thinks back, he knows it was to dispose of the debris. Andy also took the books he cooked for the warden and withdrew $370,000 before sending them to the press. And as the scandal broke out, Hardley gets arrested and Warden takes his own life. Red, on his fourth attempt, finally got parole. Red, remembering Andrew's belief and hope, visits the place he requested him and finds a letter and some money waiting for him. And he knows where he has to go. And as the movie ends, Red joins Andy in Mexico beside the blue ocean.